Can anybody see or hear me? Or is anybody still here? I lost track of time. I think there's people in there. Jay, Ron, Mark, anybody, can you hear me? Yes? I'm only, what am I, 15 minutes late? You guys are diehards. Yep, you can see me, or yes? Okay. Hey, Tip. How you doing? So anyway, I didn't put my mug on here because I'm still a little under the weather. Actually, a lot under the weather. The toothache's almost gone. A little bit of sore throat. I still got medication to take. Uh, hey, Logan, how you doing? Uh, I saw Logan. Logan's been racing a lot, I guess. So let's see who else is here. Jay, I said hi to Trip. Hey, Mark, Tommy, whoever's still here. Sorry, guys. Sorry, I'm late, but I am under the weather. Let's see, good things. Everything else has been. The trip was. I still got I got the GoPro here. I've got the stuff from the trip to Pattaya. I got the stuff for the trip camping, and I'm going to try to do a video today, this afternoon, and get it out. It isn't much. I didn't do much in Pattaya. Had a great time, but thanks, Jay. Uh, but it it was fun. It was actually what I needed. I was nice and relaxed. The thing that killed me was that came home on Friday, flew in. My wife picked me up at the airport at about 5 o'clock. Got back here at 6 for about an hour, hooking the trailer up. Went to bed from about 9 o'clock till midnight. Got up at midnight. Got in the truck 12:30, on the road for 5.5 hours to Ubon, up to the camping spot. When you see the video, I don't have much video of up there, and they're diehards. They're great people. My wife's friends from work, but that was it. Saturday morning we arrived, got up there, set up camp. Saturday cooked. Everybody ate together. There was about 20, 25 of us. Didn't go to bed until maybe, well, didn't go to bed because when we got there on Saturday, we left. Well, no, I was there. We were there for Saturday night. I slept about 4 hours Saturday night, got up Sunday morning and drove back home another 6 hours. And I think that, I don't know. I guess I'm not 30 years old anymore. I guess is the way that I'm looking at it. One great thing though is got my bill for, didn't get the bill for Ubon house yet. Got here now. We went from, I think 15,000 baht originally when I decided got to do something about the electric bill in Surin. We put in the system, spent about 20 or 250,000, I think, and then upgraded it since for about another 80,000, so about 350,000 into it, and went from the 14 originally down to about 6 or 7,000 baht. And like I had said, it still didn't excite me, But hey, Jack, how you doing? But yeah, I did, Tommy. I'll go. I'll rap about that here in a second. It was my knee, actually. But then I was so excited last month. I said that they're probably going to be. We have rainy season and we have summer season. I'm going to get probably about 5 or 6 months of each. What I'm going to consider, I'm going to be happy with paying. During the cloudy, rainy season, not much sun, that kind of stuff, I think my bills are going to be around 3,000 baht to 3,500. I did get a couple of those. I think the lowest before we really got the sun in the sky. Then for the first time last month, 1,800 baht, and I was ecstatic. And my wife, I said, "Hey, baby," I talked to her yesterday. I said, "Can you check and see if the electric bill on Surin came in?" And her eyes got real big. She said, "Guess." I said, 1,200 baht. It was 1,250 baht. Now, so if I can keep it there, I'm a happy camper. Still haven't gotten U-Bahn finished yet. Hopefully I'll get that done within the next month. I also have the bathroom still in the camera, too, of the bathroom outside the garage. So I gotta do something. I just haven't been feeling well, just wanted to just relax. But I think I want to edit a video or do something, get something out. Hey, brother, how you doing, Ron? Hey, Robbie, how are you? Hope you're well. Yeah, so I'm excited. So basically, going from 14,000 baht a month for electric bill and then having a bill of 1,200 baht, I couldn't. That's what I was expecting. That's why I wasn't excited when it got cut in half or 5,000 baht. I mean, that's great. But now I've got 628 amp hours of battery. The only thing that I'm going to get better on when we do build the 2-bedroom house over here, when the other house in Surin sells for mom and dad, I'm going to put the solar panels that are on my house that are in the shittiest locations that they could be, and I will save a lot more money. I think I'm getting sun for maybe, I don't even know, maybe 6 hours a day just by putting those on a there's going to be a Thai style house, pitched one side, high, one side low type deal, typical, like my house in Ubon. And I put the panels on there. I'm going to get 10 hours, 9 hours. And it's going to make a considerable bit of difference during those low sun days where my batteries are going to be able to charge enough. So maybe I get 2,500 during the rainy season and maybe below 1,000 baht, I think, during the sunny time, which is freaking awesome. Okay, let me get back and see if I can read a couple of these. Hold on. And the sound's okay? Yeah, it wasn't, it was my knee. You guys were saying, and I got out of we went twice, or I went twice with Cabo. Hell of a guy, man. I really enjoy his company. He's a good man. And of course, he wouldn't let me pay anything. So I got to get him here to Isan to take him somewhere. And he might come this way. We talked a little bit about it. But we went and ate at the Nest, and we went to a steak place. And I had probably the best steak I've had in 7 years because I didn't eat any steak since I left the States. It was outstanding. I forget the name of the place now. Hopefully I have it on the video. I'll have to look. I did get some rest, but boy, I paid for it when I got back. And the trailer is still hooked up to the truck in the driveway, not even underneath. I didn't want to put it under because I want to wash the solar panels. I want to take the trailer to the same guy that put the ceramic coating and did all the stuff to my Ford, to my truck. He had said a long time ago, after one of your camping trips, just bring it in to me and I'll do all of it. I'll buff the outside and seal the outside and clean the inside and clean the underside and, do everything to it. And I think I want to get that done because I'd like to do some more camping. Like I said, I'm still trying to keep on a budget, which has been easy because I've been sick and haven't been able to go anywhere. So that's been fairly easy. If you guys, the sound, let me see. Did anybody? Let's see. Bangkok meetup. Yeah, and I was in Pattaya, but I think you guys were out of town. Was that right, or did you guys just get back? 'Cause I haven't seen you in a while. I haven't gotten notified that you were doing stuff recently. Could be that I just haven't been on the freaking computer. Cold beer ice. Let's see. Very interested in checking out Surrey. Go to the bar. I didn't go to the bars. Mitch did, and had fun. Like I said, met up with Mitch for those 2 times he went with us to eat. Cabo invited him for lunch, and had a really good time. The Flame, yeah, that was it on Mitch's. And I haven't watched any videos. Yeah, that was the name of it. The Flame. You got that right. Thanks, Rob. Let's see. So anyway, this is the first day that I've actually felt good enough, and I was just sitting. I'm actually outside, and I'm just looking through my computer, and I go, "What time is it?" And I look at it, and it's 12 minutes after 8. And I go, "Holy shit!" And my thing here still says Happy New Year. I guess I could shut that off. Let's see. I guess it's still Happy New Year, but this is the first day that I've actually felt like doing something. I had to go the couple of times I've only went outside to go to the garage to top up the fish tanks, feed the fish, the little fish, the guppies. I really need to clean. Excuse me. I really need to clean the koi pond. But like I said, 10 minutes the last, how long have I been back? 4 or 5 days? 10 minutes, however long it took me to get my old ass from the house here to the garage. Spend 10 minutes there, making sure everything and everybody and the fish were healthy, and then come back into the house and basically just been laying down. So we'll see. But my wife left. Sim, the oldest, who did the guys and the gals that follow the channel, she wanted me to go with her. They left yesterday morning for Bangkok. She's not going to be back until Monday night. They picked up Shushu on the way through Bangkok, and she rented a hotel next to the place that Sim went to. She got an invitation from the government, from the soldiers, to be a soldier. And I said, does she really want to be a soldier? And what it is she has to go through there's 1,000 people that are going to be applying for this one teaching job for traditional Thai dance in the soldier school in Bangkok, I guess. And I know there's probably other names for soldier school or whatever. And it's a big school there. But she'll have to go through all the training to become a soldier, and I guess boot camp, that kind of stuff, if she gets chosen. So today they called me this morning so that I could wish her luck, and she could walk for the hotel or whatever my wife is staying with the 2 girls. She can walk to where she's taking the test. I guess the first part is a written test type deal, and then the first part of next month, they will let her know if she's been chosen to come back and maybe, I guess, dance or, show herself and try to get the job, I guess. She is very good at what she does, and I really hope her and wish her well. She's a good kid, and I think she's been out of school for 6, 7, 8 months now, and she's just kind of been kicking here. Seren, I think she's a little bored, and I think there's a lot more stuff for her to do back in Bangkok, where she's been for years. Let's see. We're both sick. New Year's. So you're sick now, or what? Who else is sick? Started. But yeah, so 1,000 people. That's what I got. Antibiotics, no beer, but the antibiotics sure did make the change. I should have just went to the dentist or the doctor or whatever. And then the other day before they left, I said, Sim, will you go over and tell the pharmacist up the street here that this is what I've got? And she gave me amoxicillin, 1,000 milligrams. And I've got enough for, I think it's 7 days. And then I should be okay. But I've got to get my teeth done. I have no choice now. But I don't know. So she went and got those for me, and ever since I taken those 2 days ago, it's just been better. And like I said today, besides the raspy voice, and you probably wouldn't like the way that I looked, you like Santa Claus better. But so they're there. So they called me up this morning. Now my wife wants me to go, when I go back in the house, to make sure I call her, and then have Poncho and Heidi jumping, and so she can see them. Them little dogs have become quite a bit of the family. We took them camping too. And you're not even supposed to have them up there. And we took the shot on driving, 5 hours, 6 hours there, with the possibility of them saying, not being able to get in, but we did. But it was fun. They're good. I don't know, man. You get so damn attached to dogs. At least it's the older I get, the older that I am getting, the more and more I am attached to my animals. And maybe, I don't know, maybe the closer you get to death, there you go, Logan. I had to throw a death in there. And Logan's got news too, because he explained to me. Maybe you guys go over to his channel and check him out. Hey, Andy. But I believe they're going. You're going to go and live in Korea and spend his last days. But give us an update on the retirement, if you've got it there, hours, minutes, seconds. But it was good to hear. I got up early, still normally 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning, and I was sitting, and he was doing a talk, and I hadn't seen him in a while, so I popped on and said hello. And he's getting into his sim racing and having fun with that, so, which is great. But I think that was the original plan way back when, right, Logan? Was going to Korea. Jamie was kind of up on that, and so I'm glad that you guys are doing what you want to do, man. That's freaking awesome. So if you want to punch in there what your plans are, that's fine. If you want, drop your channel and give everybody an update and have them come over and watch you race or something. But it was good to hear from them, and I did get a thing on a Facebook for your, I think, Facebook deal. So I sent you a whatever for Facebook. I don't know. I clicked on the button. So anyway, you'll probably get a thing that Dave wants to, whatever, be friends with you or whatever the hell it is. But yeah, so hopefully I can get back into the swing of things. I think I'm gonna. I don't know if I'm just realizing that I'm not 35 years old and have to accept that fact. I am down to 106 kilos. So that's been great. I'm still losing weight, doing the same thing. Even, I think through the sickness, I just haven't been that hungry. So it wasn't from boosting up exercise, or it was more of just not feeling like eating. But feeling good that way. I mean, as far as like setting up the camp and stuff when we got up there, 10 times easier, with 25, 30 pounds gone off of my fat body. I could bend over. I wasn't out of breath. I could do shit. So that made me feel good, which made me want to, try to get a hold of Craig. And once I get this illness down, I'd like to do the camping thing, finish up the videos, finish up the kayak trailer, finish up the e-bike, fishing trailer. I got to get a rack for the back of the truck, and I've got to get into where I stop spending freaking money. It's amazing. Hey, Robert, how you doing? Get those done, and then it's going to just be, I think, stuff around the house. I haven't done any videos on the Koi Thai Style channel. I think we still have 14 subscribers, which is fine, because I do enjoy doing those videos. I just haven't felt up to doing any video. But I'll still do that, and I'll still do the live streams twice a week. Hopefully I can get back on a schedule of Saturday. No, yeah, Saturday, not Sunday. Is there any football and stuff on today that I just don't follow? If there is, by all means, just go watch or whatever. I missed by a day. And do the Saturday and Wednesday get back on that schedule for the live stream, and then just do even traveling if it's just around here, with the e-bike. Try to do a little fishing, maybe a little catch and cook stuff. Just me rambling. What I do best when I'm just sitting by myself out in the middle of nowhere. I have a new hotspot. I did use it on the whole trip, even when I was in the hotel in Pattaya. It worked great. Tenya, I think I showed it on here. Wasn't the most expensive, and it worked perfectly. Let's see. Yeah, and get back into doing that. But I think for me, camping with the truck and the e-bike, especially if I'd like to get down below 100, 100 kilo, 98, 97, 95, something in there. And I think that I will going to finally go back to the gym. Tommy will probably call me a liar, but it might be true too. I got to get my wife over there, and maybe when she gets back, and at least get there 3 days a week, and then just start doing. The longest one that I would probably plan would be probably to Craig's area, Ron's area, and that's going to be probably a 7-day deal. So I'm probably going to say maybe in a month, I'd like to get a couple of trips locally here, maybe to the one in Sisaket where I met with Kenny that time, and the one right here in Surin will probably be the first one. It's only 15 minutes from the house. Get out there, set up everything by myself, feel comfortable doing that. I did buy a couple of things that I noticed when we went on the camping trip with them. They want to do it again. I said, well, hopefully you're going to do it for more than one night, them being my wife's work and tea. Just really, I wish I spoke Thai, and it just isn't going to happen. I'm just too old and too ornery and too set in my ways to try to learn to speak Thai. It just doesn't, I should. 7 years, man, I've been here, over 7 years, and I can say 3 phrases. Same 3 phrases I learned when I first got to Thailand. So, but you're just dying to talk to me, coming around. Just great, nice people. And it was really good. One of the men there that is early retiring, kind of like me, he lost his wife to cancer. And then he got cancer. And he got treated, and now he's cancer-free. And this all transpired within the last couple of years. Nice man. I felt for him. My heart went out for him, and he's going to early retire, I think, in a month or so. So he bought they went to my wife and him and a couple other people before when I was in Pattaya getting ready for the trip. And they took our Appy Cool ice chests, plug-in ice chests, and filled it full of pork and everything you could possibly want. Wine. I actually drank like 4, 5, 6 bottles of wine. Maybe I didn't drink enough wine. The wine coolers, and bottles of whiskey and beer. And he spent a crap load of money, my wife said, and was happy to do it. And he was smiling the whole time. And he cooked, and we set up right outside the trailer so everybody could plug into the trailer. And the only thing that we did, I forgot to tell them, when they plugged in, you can't turn the rice cooker on, the air fryer and the toaster. It isn't going to happen. And we popped a breaker, shut that off. Once we figured that out, they plugged up everything, and then we cooked right there. My wife, if you guys are friends with us on Facebook, put out a couple of videos that I think I shared of the campsite and stuff like that. And I have some on my GoPro, but I didn't film much. I was pretty beat up at that point that night. I was ready to go to sleep. But had a great time. They're just nice people. And what cracked me up was we had the daughter, the oldest daughter, Sim, brought her karaoke machine that I bought, and then so did one of her bosses. Bought a big one, or the man did. The man bought a 20,000 baht freaking deal, but it wasn't that loud, and they were playing music. And damn if they didn't come over at I was laying down. I went in at 8 o'clock. I said, I gotta lay down. And and Sim was singing, who has a great voice, and low, though not high and not boom, 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 or nothing like that. and the people complained, and they came over and said it's just too loud. And I'm going, yeah, but most of them, till 10 o'clock, or it's 8:30, and even for me to say that's my bedtime, and I don't like hearing any music. And they came over and made them shut it off. So they stayed out there for a couple more hours. I think my wife came in about 10 o'clock that night, but had a great time with them. And I would love to do it. Hey, Randy, I would love to do it again. I'm kind of trying to catch things. So put question in there if you've got a question, if you guys just aren't bullshitting to each other, which is absolutely acceptable. And I'd love to see it. That's what we do here is have our own family. Hey, Scott, how you doing? I didn't see you either. But had a good time, and I'd like to do it again. So what I did notice, I bought what did I buy? I bought, it was reasonable to me. The thing that we didn't really have is outside, short of the sink inside the trailer. Outside, I wanted something. They were we parked really close to the bathrooms, which was nice. My trailer was pretty much the only one out there. A lot of people came in that Saturday afternoon, and the place really kind of packed up. A lot of families, and maybe they had the kids, but still 8:38. I was kind of I was struck by that, because usually they like their music and drinking, but whatever it was, they're cordial people. Thai people are that way. Sabai, So, but when they washed the dishes, they took them over to the bathroom, and I have the outside shower spray deal, and I'll show you this thing, because if you're camping if you're trying to go camping and you're trying to set up a deal, I think that this would be a must. Let me see if I can do this. If I can do this, if I remember how to do this. My orders, yeah, it is. Let's see. Come on. But this thing I thought was extremely reasonable, and it'll work perfect for us because let's see. Let me see if I can find a good picture of it here. It isn't the blue one, but it is this white one. I guess this would probably work. Anyway, maybe I'll just show the video. The video is actually even better. I don't know if I'll just put that on and then stop it. And I didn't get let's see, let me come back to you guys. Where are you? Here you are. And let me see if I can remember how to share screen. I think that's it. Yes. Can you guys see that? Yeah, you can see it. This thing was under 500 baht. And let me get it going here. I'll turn off the sound, I think. Oh, no, I don't need to. So it folds down flat. Mine's white. And instead of the short little spigot there, I've got the one that comes up high in steel. And so it folds flat and sets down so it'll slide right into my compartment. This goes out. Mine, like I said, is different than that short handle. It's the metal ones with the big loop in it to wash. I could be able to hook up my outside deal to that and have running water there. And then I thought maybe I'd just carry a 5-gallon bucket, or maybe get a longer, hose that they're putting on the bottom, and then just run it, I think into a bucket would be fine. It just didn't have a place to wash the hands. And, like I say, if it was going to be $100 or something or whatever, but what is 500 baht? $15? $15 for that deal. And you could get it in blue, you could get it in orange, you could get it in like stainless steel, you can get it in white like I did. And like I said, there's the blue one, there's the size. I thought for the money, I just thought, wow, this is exactly what I need. And that's the one I got, like right there, that white one. but I didn't see they don't show the high the high spigot thing on any of those, but there it is right there. There, that one. I got that one instead of the little short one. But that tub fits down in there, slide right into my side compartment, and I thought that it was there it was 439, and then what was it, like 100 baht? I can't see it. It was like 535 or something like that. But I don't know. A lot of people are getting into camping, and like I said, it's so. Most of the places have places for you to hook up fans, electric. Now they didn't have any electric up there. My batteries lasted. I still had 40% battery when we went home, and they were cooking rice and rice cookers. And in the morning, I cooked up quesadillas. That first morning we got there, I cooked quesadillas. Didn't get any of that, being the great YouTuber and content maker that I am. I didn't get any video of cooking that, but they cooked everything. Isan sausage he bought, and pork, and the food was phenomenal. Everybody pitched in and cooked. He bought everything except for what we brought: the quesadillas and cheese and the crab sticks and the pineapple, of course, and what else? Hot dogs and fake ham, and they loved the quesadillas. But it was great. Yeah, I think so too. For the price, right, Randy? I mean, for whatever that would be, I don't even know what it is exchange rate now, but it's got to be $15, and it, to set up, it would take, like I said, you put that thing flat, you put the sink inside the collapsed stand, and it'll slide right into my side compartment. And inside the sink, I could still store other stuff, that I need. So I'm not going to lose any space whatsoever. And there's one other thing that I want to get. Let's see if I can show you guys that. This one's $100. This one's going to be a little bit more on the pricey side, but let's see if I can if it'll change to this. But I think we have two tables that are great, but this one here again it's 3060. It's actually under $100, and let's see if I can. Bring it up on here now. I don't know if I can. Yeah, there it is. Okay, let me shrink me a little bit more. I don't even need me. 25.90. So 3060, $75. And let me see if I can go to that page and make it any bigger. Can you guys? I guess you can see that. It collapses way down to nothing. Here's a little video on this. Is this going to have music? I don't know, try to catch the music. Yeah. So that's how this one sets up. Boom, boom, down, down. It comes in a carrying case, folds kind of flat. And I like the way that the legs come out there, so that if you're on uneven ground, you can set it up. And I've got the one that slides out of the camper, and I've got two of the other cooktop butane, the small cylinder deals, and it's got a place to put stuff. But this with the sink next to it, and then hooked up to my trailer water. I think it's just going to make life a lot easier, because I think we're going to do a lot more camping once things settle down here in the first year. Maybe I get a little better. But I thought that it was pretty cool. Like I said, is it a little bit more pricey than the other? Yeah, but see, I've got two of those burners. I don't know if that'll fit on there. But even with the one that I have that slides out of my trailer, and this one, and then we have two other tables and chairs, and we got everything else. From what I saw when we were all there and everybody was camping together, because it made things easier for them and for I guess you can. What, you have to look at me. I can leave it there. Um, hey, David, how you doing? Um, it would have been perfect. Like, they said they brought their tables over. Everybody ate right in front of the awning on the trailer. All the food was set out on the table, family style, and it was really, really, really fun. I had a good time. Like I said, the only thing that would have made it better is if I could speak Thai, because they just like my in-laws, they want to talk to me so bad, and when I get frustrated, it scares them, especially my mother-in-law. I've been trying to be sabai, but not feeling well and having stupid things happen, and I spike real quick. It scares them, but out here, it was just a great time. So I'm hoping. She said they showed me one place on a reservoir. Oddly enough, all these places with these really nice campgrounds are real close to our Ubon house. They're all in Ubon, and it was cold up there. Sim had brought her girlfriend, one of the friends that she actually grew up with and did Thai dance with when she was young here in Surin. And they came up and pitched 2 tents and had their stuff, and I had my battery. That would be the only other thing. But see, stuff like this, you could fold up this kitchen setup and that sink setup and your ice chest and your sleeping bags and your tent and fit it in a Suzuki, and go camping. A fan, like I said, like I'm going to say over 90% of the campgrounds now that I've seen are they have a place they charge like 100 baht, or even less. I think it was up there, but they didn't have any power, and you can plug it in. So you got your whole family. It costs you a couple 100 baht to go, camping for the couple of days a weekend, and that was a big thing when in my era. I don't know whether you want to call it the baby boomer era or whatever. That was our vacation. 2 to 3 weeks every year. My uncles had worked their ass off all year in their jobs to get those 3 weeks, and we went to Bass Lake, and those were the happiest days of pretty much my life, especially when I was a kid. And then living in Bass Lake, every time I drove from Corscold to Oakhurst, I went around the lake and nothing. 100% positive memories of my uncles, my cousins, family that went with us that were family, but they weren't related, but they were still our family. There was 20, 30 of us that went every year from when I was probably 7 to 18, 19. And then when we started getting into the bars and drinking and stuff, I was out and we were causing too much trouble to be allowed in the campgrounds. But had an absolute ball. But camping is a big thing, and like I said, they're really embracing it now. Even on, I don't know about your guys' Facebook page, but mine, because I guess I order an AI and all that kind of shit. All these campgrounds come up, and there's just more and more and more and more of them. And like I said, it's something that with the Thai economy and the Thai living, what they're living off of and stuff, they can afford to throw out 300-400 baht and take their family camping for a weekend. And I think it's absolutely awesome. All right, let's see. What am I missing? You guys asking me anything, or are you guys still talking? Looks like you're just talking, so that's good. 11C. Yeah, it hasn't been cold here. I'm kind of it's been cool. 16, I think, in the morning. 15, 16. Not to look. But if you guys are asking me stuff, just put it up again. I'm rambling and not looking at the chat that much. But like I said, I think especially if you wanted to go camping here, even if you wanted to camp, during the cool time in Isan somewhere, to where, because I don't know if people are like me, that's why I have my trailer. I can't sleep when it's, when I'm sweating. Now, granted, my sweating temperatures have changed considerably since I've lost weight, and since, well, even without the weight loss, just from acclimating to Thailand. But at nighttime, and you have the water, you can go swimming. Most of these places are by rivers or reservoirs or whatever, the places that I go. And you can jump in the water and you can fish and that. And at nighttime, if you can plug in a fan, if I can sleep, anybody can sleep. So it is an option. And like I said, you can do it for, God, I don't know, you probably a couple $100, and you could deck yourself out with tables, chairs, tent, a sleeping bag, or you wouldn't need either, pillow, camping, cooking equipment, everything. Because you can get that stuff. It's cheap on Lazada. If you want to be more extravagant, you might have to go up to $300 US, and really deck your camping deal out. Might not be what everybody likes. I like going to 5-star hotels. I also like to camp, and I don't mind my trailer. My trailer is perfectly fine for me. But even if I had to camp in a tent in Isan this time of year, even during the day, it got up to 30, but 30 used to absolutely kill me. And now I don't even break a sweat. So let's see. Question. Yes, I did. I had Subway twice. I ordered Subway when I was in Pattaya, and when I was leaving, I spent 450 baht for a 6-inch BMT, a drink, and a cookie in the airport, and said, "Screw it, I'm going to buy it anyway and eat it." I had that. Then I ate with Cabo. That was pretty much it. So I didn't go crazy. Never felt out of breath. Never felt high on sodium. Felt good. I knew I was by myself. I didn't need to be getting any kind of a crisis in Pattaya when I'm alone. I shouldn't get it anyway. So now, most of the stuff on my diet and stuff and the food that I'm eating, that I'm probably going to be pretty close to what I'm doing now for the rest of my life. Low sodium, or as low as I'm where I want it. And I cook 98% of it. So back on it when I got back home. So doing, hey Douglas, how you doing? I was talking, I've been sick, camping mainly. As you can see, I got a couple of things. I went camping in the trailer, but a couple of things that I want to get, one of which is this stand and a very cheap, which I showed before, sink, 450 baht. It's a collapsible, a foldable plastic, really nice, decent sink. I have all the cooking equipment. I have all the chairs and other tables and lighting and everything I need for that. But these were the things when I went, from when I think I got sick, when I pushed myself, flying in from Pattaya at 5, working on the trailer till 8 p.m. on Friday night, going to sleep for 3 hours, getting up at midnight, driving 6 hours to the campground in Ubon, staying up all day Saturday, going to sleep maybe 4 or 5 hours, getting up Sunday morning, driving 6 hours back after I'd been gone for 5 days. And boy, it took its toll. And then I got a toothache. And just now started to get on the mend. But thank you for asking. But that's what I'm basically talking about. Because I don't know, it's fun to me. Like I said, am I a 5-star hotel guy? Yeah, pretty much. Do I love my trailer and camping? Yeah, a lot. Would I go tent camping? Yeah, I think I would, but I'm down to 106 kilo. I've got another 10 kilo to go. And I could tell the difference even when I went up, setting up the trailer and stuff like that. Usually I'm out of breath and, just in horrible, horrible shape. Now I feel good. So I just like, and like I said, I think Thailand is catching up with everything. And when I was younger, that was my happy place, was camping with friends and family, man. Even when I was young, we went to Bass Lake every year, 3 weeks. That's what my uncles got off. And that's when I realized I want to retire as young as I can. And I don't want to work at something that I hate, which I kind of did and then kind of didn't. But wanted to get, 'cause that's why I watched my uncle bust their ass, working all years for that 3 weeks a year. And I just said, that ain't enough. That ain't enough. But camping was. And then when we rolled into driving age, Havasu, flat bottoms, big motors, speedboats, day cruisers, party. And that was fun with friends. But that was a big thing back then. And I think, like I said, because of the normal, like my wife just working what she does, she could even without me and whatever, and have the kids and everything, she could spend 300 baht and go camping for the weekend, and have a tent and plug a fan in and a little burner and blankets. And, they do it, and they're popping up all over, which I think is great. So that's what I've been rambling about. Stocking sinks on Sunday. Pretty much. Like I said, I sound a lot worse than I feel. I feel a lot better today. I'm going to actually try to edit a video, rest a little bit. I'm just not going to push myself. Like I said, man, I'm pushing 70, and I still think I'm 35, and I just need to get out of that mindset. And, like when I came to Thailand, first off, I thought I was at, how old was I? 62, 61. I still thought I was invincible. I thought bullets couldn't kill me. Knives couldn't stab me. I could do whatever I wanted. And what opened my eyes was that 3 months in the hospital, man. I didn't realize how frail my fat ass body was. And that opened my eyes to that. So now what I need to open my eyes to is, you're not 35 freaking years old. So I just need to slow down. I still want to do my 2 live streams a week and still do videos. Like, I don't think I'm going to try to stay away from spending a load of money. I'm still going to finish the videos on the e-bike and do e-bike camping and stuff like that. That'll be part of my deal. But I think it's mostly going to be traveling with camping, traveling, and some regular, flying here, flying there, and generating stuff there. I do enjoy the editing and doing that. I just need to get out and do it. No, I didn't. I did not. I didn't know the man. Not that I wouldn't have went over there and done that. But I think Mitch signed the book one day when I was there, and it didn't dawn on me. I probably should have. I hear he was a pretty nice guy, or a good guy. I shouldn't say pretty nice. He was a good guy. But then I guess he went back and went on the boat just the other day, right? And spread his ashes. I still haven't started. I've got to do the, hey, everybody, if you're watching this video, I'm dead. I am going to do that video. I'm going to ramble and maybe go into some things that maybe I didn't completely 100% divulge to you guys after I'm dead. I haven't thought about that, and laugh, and that'll be my parting gift to everybody in YouTube. I'm going to get it done. I think I'm going to ask somebody I'm going to put it into the queue. I'm going to show my wife how to go into YouTube and click make it public and do that. I want to do that. I don't think that dying, to me, I'm not afraid to die. I don't want to now. I didn't really care when I first came to Thailand. If I died, I died. If I didn't, I didn't, which is a hell of a way. Thank God my life turned in a different direction. A lucky man that I am. But I just need to, except the fact that I'm 70 freaking years old. Oh, sorry, I just took a drink. I have lozenges too, which help my throat. But like I said, the tooth feels good. But I think that's what I need to do. I accepted that I wasn't Superman when I got here. What was it? The second year I was here. And now I need to accept the fact that I'm getting older and not try to push myself to do this or that. I do enjoy the live streams. I consider you guys my family and friends, and I will until I take my last breath. I think we have a good time on here. We have fun. The best thing about it is I don't have to sit here and entertain everybody for the whole time. You guys will entertain each other, which is freaking awesome. So don't ever worry about, me saying, hey, why don't you guys ain't paying attention to me? I don't give a shit. As long as you're happy, that's all that matters to me. Yeah, I think so, Jay. We have fun, knowing it's been nice, not having to go back and forth with anybody and don't care about anybody anymore outside of the deal. Like I said, I would like, the only reason that I want to get subscribers and stuff like that is I'd like people to know, basically, if they want to see, you guys are interested in what I want to do because you're what I consider my friends, and which is great. But somebody that loses somebody, in the States or wherever, and thinks that their life is done, it doesn't have to be. And I'd like to get that message to somebody. And I have hit a couple of people that are now here in Thailand, that listen, a little bit. And, not saying that you'd have to come here. I didn't come here wanting to get married, and having another life, which I consider this a whole nother avenue of my life. That's why I want to hang around for a while. My wife wants me to hang around for a long time. I don't know. As long as I'm not a burden on anybody, I don't have a problem with that. If I'm a burden, I don't want to be hanging, But and that doesn't, as long as I've got my faculties, I'm still getting a little scared with forgetfulness. So if one day when I come on and I go, who am I? You guys can tell me who I am. But hopefully it doesn't get to that, because that scares the shit out of me. And I haven't had many things in my life that really scared me, but Alzheimer's is one of them. Yeah. So that's what my plans are for the future, is get back on the schedule Saturdays and Wednesdays, Thai time, 8:00 in the morning. If anybody has any better or suggestions, I can't do it then, or whatever, send me an email or put it in whatever, and say, why don't you try Tuesdays and whatever. And I got no problem. I'm retired. I can do what I want. As far as the other thing, and sitting there and just constantly thinking about some way to put together content, I don't want to be bothered with that. I think I can put together something between my life and stuff. If I do something, if I go somewhere with the family, of course I'm going to put something together on that. So keep everybody in the little groove here, updated, on what I'm doing, videos out. I'd like to get at least one or two out a week. And that would be more than enough. And if I can go camping, I don't have any problem, because I can just sit outside in the camper and put the camera on a tripod and just start rambling, and then edit the shit out of it and put it out. Like I said, I really like that hotspot deal that I got. Tent, whatever the hell the name of it was. I should have brought it out here. I showed it to you guys. Really happy with that. Really happy with that. I think I paid, what did I pay? 3,000 baht for the year for that unlimited card that I have in there from NT. And I basically get 10 up and 10 down, pretty much any place that I've been. I used it the whole time I was in Pattaya in the hotel. I didn't even go on to the hotel internet. And I think that's what it was. I think it was 3,000 baht or 2,500 for the year. So what is that? $10 a month, basically, something like that. Anyway, So I can do that. I can take my, if I'm not, I have everything kind of set up. I've got a light. The problem that I had walking, I did not get a wheelchair, and I walked every place that I went when I was on my way and in Pattaya. The only thing that I did, I bought a knockoff Lasada Nike duffel bag, and it fit all my stuff, and it was perfect. The only thing it was, hardest part that I had was carrying that, and it was supposed to be 7 kilo, but it was about 9 kilo. The bag, they didn't weigh it, thank God. But that over my shoulder, getting out of the Buriram airport, walking across the tarmac, and up the ladder and onto the plane. Now as soon as I start shoving a whole bunch of food in this pie hole, I'm going to strap that thing to my back and walk around for a day and say, hey, you fat bastard, this is what you have to experience. My knees don't hurt half as much. They hurt a little bit. I did twist that one getting out. That was my fault. I wasn't paying attention in Pattaya. It was fine in a couple of days. I was fine. I walked, in the airport. The only thing that I want to get is an ultra lightweight rolling little carry-on, but it has to be there. There's one that I got is a kilo and a half, and I think between putting all my camera equipment in my bag that I carry my stuff in, which is separate from what I would carry on, 5 kilo would be fine. I could do that, and then that way I could go wherever I want to for at least a week throughout Thailand. If I want to go to the ocean, if I want to go to Phuket or by myself is what I'm talking about. So I've got my eye on that one. I might order that. Like I said, I've been trying to stay off of Lasada. It costs me a fortune every time I'm up at 4 o'clock in the morning. Besides watching maybe Chuck's video at 6 and trying to catch up on other people's videos, I scroll through and, ooh, this would be good to have. Ooh, well, I got to stop that shit. But that pretty much is. I have a backpack if I want to. I've got everything on the Forza. So and I'll do that too. I'd like to do while I still can. And Maui, I think you're in here. How you doing? Hopefully you didn't take off before I could say hello. But he had talked about going. I don't know if David's still here, but going to Chiang Mai, and Maui was going to get a hold of me, and they're going to take a bike trip. I have to see, because I don't know how. Somebody tell me how many day trip is it for me on the bike from here to Chiang Mai, Chiang Rai. I think that's where they're going. I think it's going to be a 2-day trip, unless I think it's over 8 hours, 9 hours, 10 hours. Not that I didn't do a 12-hour from Pachuap Kurikon, so it is capable, or within my I could do it, but I don't want to. So imagine if I meet up with them, it's going to be 2 days there and 2 days back, and whatever we go, and I don't know what they have planned. I haven't talked to Maui. Let's see, Dave, when you go, there was just one more. When I go, what, to the stone wall? What am I missing? I hope I'm not missing too much over here. You guys are kind enough to hang out, and I'm missing stuff. That was Ron's. But he's on the bike trip now? Really? David, are you still here? Retired, don't give up. I think he was talking to you about it. I went on a live stream he had, and a half delirium. When I woke up, I picked up my phone and he was live or something. He was talking about it. The air quality, so that's probably not good. Especially with my lungs. But I want to do some stuff on the Forza. I just enjoy that, man. I got to have my 2 wheels. And like I said, I'm not a fanatic like I was when I was a kid. It has to be a Harley Davidson only, and I won't ride anything else. That's gone out the window. 2 wheels is 2 wheels. Anybody that's out there that, wants to say anything about that, they can say whatever they want. Would I prefer it? Yes, I would. Do I want to spend $1 million baht for it? No, I don't. Do I like my Forza? Hell yeah, I like my Forza. But I'd like to do some stuff on that. So I think I could get enough content to put out a video or two a week. And between all that, I'd like to I bought all this fishing gear. I probably got God knows how much money worth of fishing gear up in the garage right now. And I need to do some fishing. So we'll see. Yeah, I don't know if he is or not. I don't think so, because he was talking about, what was he talking about? Maybe he might be. You might be right, Brown. I don't know. Dave was saying when you pass on your headstone, it will say there's one one more thing I need to get. Yeah, I'll put that in my if you're watching this, I'm dead. I want everybody to buy this from Lazada for 100 baht and send it to me, so my poor delivery guys won't think that I get stuff delivered here every day. But how long have we been? Wow, over an hour. Okay. But yeah, he was talking about a bike trip. So between finishing up some stuff on the e-bike, my life as normal, because people, I guess, are curious. Oh, here's I yawn. The camping stuff and that kind of stuff, I think I should be able to do. And it'll be interesting to find. And I have my budget together. I think it's acceptable. I've been taking a lot of my budget money and finishing up the bathroom and the stuff here on the property, and I got to stop that. I told my wife, I know I keep saying that I'm not going to put any more out-of-pocket money in there until we sell the house, but when stuff isn't done, I hate to look at it half done. The bathroom's real close. I could actually finish that video, and that's probably the one I'll finish. It's not 100%, but it's usable and doesn't have the light in it. Still got to grout the floors and stuff like that, but you'll get the basic gist. It's basically just a bathroom outside, a rectangular with a door on it, a sink on the outside, a shower inside, and a toilet. But it'll make makes life a lot easier. And like I said, if people come here and want to camp next door, or like Pierre or something, and doesn't want to go and stay anywhere and wants a tent, throw up a tent and use the bathroom, and got the trailer there, it just, and me out there, I don't have to walk to the house. I'd like to get the 2-bedroom Thai style house done. The solar panels moved. In case you came in here before, my last bill, that I was ecstatic last month at 1,800 baht on the Sarin house was 1,200 baht, man. And it can be better than that. Like I said, my placement on the panels where I had to put them on this house was not ideal. I can get 2-3 more hours of charging of my batteries during what I'm considered the no sun season. And I think once I get those moved, Sarin during the no sun season, I'm going to want to try to stay right around 2,000, 2,500, which I think is achievable, and below 1,000 baht during our sunny time right now. So ecstatic again, instead of seeing a 7,000, 10,000, 14,000 baht electric bill, 1,200 bahts was something to write home about, and I was excited. All right, so I guess what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a rest. I think an hour and 5 minutes is plenty for my first live stream back. What is today? Today's Sunday, right? So I'll do one on Wednesday, and maybe I'll in case I didn't see Wes here. Hey, Johnny, I'll do a Thai style or Khoi style, Khoi Thai style video or live stream on Thursday. Usually it's just Wes, sometimes Ron if he's not around, or you guys drop in just because you're nice. and which I appreciate. It's good to see you, Scott. I hope everything's going well. I haven't got to talk to you much in a while, but I hope everything's going well. Um, but yeah, I think I'm going to end the video or end the live stream, and put my feet up for a little while, go out to the garage, feed the fish, top the tanks up, um, do a little bit more in the garage. I've got to take the fours over. I want to get it cleaned. I don't think I'll do that today, but maybe tomorrow. And I'll try to get. I've got the inside the house. I have my my GoPro with the cards in it, and I'm going to try to get a video out maybe tomorrow morning. Maybe the one on the bathroom. Probably be the easiest one to do. Or maybe I'll do them all. Maybe I'll sit here. But as long as I'm feeling okay, I'm just not going to push myself. So that's my New Year's resolution is, Dave, you're not quite the fat bastard you used to be, so keep going. And you're not 35 years old. So live your life like you're not 35 years old. And I think that's what I'm going to do. That doesn't mean that I'm going to roll over and not do anything. I'm just not going to push the envelope like I would normally. Not thinking that I can, do more than I can do, and just live within the way that I am. You're surviving now. That's more than some people can say, Scott. If you're surviving, as far as in my book, you're doing well. It's not an easy time to survive in that great United States that I come from. I say that very sarcastically because I'm not real happy with some things that go on, but I won't get into that. But I still bleed red, white, and blue. Stuck with that, but I still consider Thailand my home also. So yeah, stuff that we have to put. Just that the government and everything. They don't want anybody to succeed in small business. Everything is structured around, it's just bullshit. It's hard. And I look at my son. Thank God he was able to buy a home. But he's got to bust his ass for years and years and years to come, just to make his nut and keep his family going, which I give him a lot of credit for. I'm very proud of both my daughter and my son. So, be happy with what you got, and hopefully everything will stay on the up and up. I know that you had a hard patch a while back, and then we didn't see you because you were working, 20 jobs at one time. But you got to do what you got to do, right? That's why people say to me, like with bar girls and what some people do in Thailand, I'm not any different. I can't throw stones. What do I when I was growing up, I did what I had to keep a roof over my head and my family and fed and everything. Does that mean that everything that I did was 100% above board? No. Was it some of it morally correct? No. So I can't cast stones. You have to do what you got to do to take care of your own, and hopefully that doesn't mean crossing the line too much or too often. Hopefully not at all, but sometimes it means 2 jobs, 3 jobs. Got to do what you got to do, right? Step up and do it. And I think that's what Scott did, and I was glad to see it because I know he was having a hard time. And then, of course, there's people like Mark that'll just work until they're 108. What I got to do is try to convince Mark that he needs to stay working because he needs to send me a certain amount of money each month to keep me alive. Just kidding. I hope you're well, Mark. Hope things are going good for everybody, actually. Let's see. That's all changing. Full-time job stopped. All OT. Wow. So now I'm working DoorDash or ICE this weekend. Wow. Yeah, but I was really surprised. I watched a couple of videos on these guys that actually got e-bikes and stuff, and were put together videos on. They were doing multiples of delivery type stuff, DoorDash, whatever the other stuff was, and it had books, and these guys were making pretty good dough. I mean, they weren't on top of the world, but they were making a living, and especially with the e-bike, he was the one that I remember. I watched it a while ago because I stumbled across it somehow, and it was during when I was doing all the, trying to check up on what e-bike I wanted and this and that. There was 2 or 3, 4 or 5 videos that I watched on people that were out there making a living in hard times, doing DoorDash on e-bikes, and I was surprised. So hopefully everything works out for you. I'm sure it will. Last thing, yeah, no shit, right? Yeah, but Mark, he's ready to go back at the drop of a hat. No, not really. I don't know. I want to see him. I wish he would have been around when I was in Pattaya. I would have loved to have went and had a beer or two. But Mark's a great guy. I really like him. As I do. Like I said, we got the best subscribers in the world on this channel. Everybody's, I think, is on the same page. Everybody's pretty much got the same mindset. And I think a lot of us are, how do I want to say, in the happy years of our life. I don't know what I want to say instead of being old. We're creeping into the twilight years, I guess, or something. But yeah, we'll have to see. Yeah, they keep pulling you back. It's amazing what somebody can do when they dangle that almighty money in front of you, and me being one of them. I can't. Like I said, I would never do it. There's no way. I don't think somebody could offer me the amount of money it would take to make me do it. But when I'm in a different position than some other people, when I know Mark was thinking about his thing, he's going, well, I could do this for a year and completely pay off my house and all this other shit and have zero this and all this. It's hard to say, no, go screw yourself. And I understand that completely. But I think it depends on the situation that you're in, financially. And so, it's always nice to shove a bunch of money in your bank account. That definitely doesn't hurt. Yeah, and that was that also, and that's absolutely true. We had talked about it a couple of times, because the first time when Mark went, they sure did morph into something that was a lot more appealing. The company that he worked for, from what I can remember, and the things that he was saying were just dynamite and letting him spend time with his family and spend time in Thailand. And I think it was a lot more lucrative to you, more so than when you agreed to do it, right? It just, they made it a lot easier for Mark, I think. And for them, obviously, Mark does good for them, or they wouldn't be bending over backwards for him. Let's see. But I know the way it is to struggle, Sometimes it's not easy. Sometimes you have to do things that you don't really want to do, but you do what you need to do. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to try to work for. I think it was fun. Yeah, I remember they made it really hard for you to to say no to anything that they wanted. But obviously, you're the man for them, so they got to do what they want to do, which I can't blame them for that. Yeah, we need to put something together. Well, maybe we'll if you guys can make it back on Wednesday, we'll try to. I'll go over some dates and stuff in my head and look at a thing. When does Well, I think Rolla. I think she gets out of school the same time as Shushu does. So I'll find those dates and make sure it's in those dates, and then we'll start putting up some dates and see if the people in the community that are going to be around that aren't usually here, Jake being one of them, that kind of thing, or what they got. I'll put together 4 or 5 dates and we'll start narrowing it down. But I think it was fun. It was an awesome time. I had a great time. It was, and how long has it been now? 2 years or 3 years? Somebody said, I think 2 years, right? I don't remember. I'm getting older, which scares me. But but I'll do that. I will open up a calendar, find out the dates for my wife that Shushu when she's out. Actually, scheduling them to come with us, I think would be fun. And we'll schedule like a 3-day weekend and one day for sure, like a Saturday, and then roll it over to people that want to stay for Sunday and have lunch on a Monday afternoon and go back home or something like that. We can do that. April sounds nice. Okay, Tip. I will do that. So if you guys, I think it's been a couple of years. I think it's right. Can roll back in on Wednesday. I'll make sure that I'm well enough. I feel okay. Like I said, I'm a little. I could relax a little bit now, but I'll see if I can put some dates together. You guys too, Ron. Look and see what looks good. Tip, if you would too. Look and see what dates look good for you. A couple of different weekends in April or May. Well, I can't go. When's my family thing is? I'm already signed up to go to Serenity for Sokran, so it has to be after Sokran. I'll be on the family vacation then, so that's going to probably be hard for my wife. But I'm going to try to get her anyway. But it has to be after Sokran, so the last week of April, the first week of May, or something like that. We'll have to let Jake know that too, and we'll see. You like Bangkok? I hate Bangkok. I shouldn't say that. I said that again. I said it in the past. I've never been there with anybody that's really known Bangkok. I've been there by myself. First, when I came in, when they were still giving I put up my hand when I first came here. I swear to God, I make this much money, and the embassy, the U.S. embassy, stamped your thing saying, yeah, he does, and you paid $50 and you could get your retirement visa, which I never used because I procrastinated. And I was the last one before they cut that out. It was good for 6 months after that, and being the procrastinator that I am, I didn't do it. Yeah, I think in Jantiam or Pattaya would probably be good for anybody. But I'm up for anything. You come up with a place in Bangkok, I'm not against that, or someplace else. Great time. Well, maybe we'll do that sometime anyway, Jay. I'm hoping to be a lot more mobile, get myself a little bit healthier, a little bit lighter in the weight department, which is all heading in the right direction, which I'm glad. And but maybe I'll do it anyway. I'll fly to Bangkok. It was, what did I spend? 2,500 baht to fly round trip from Buriram to Bangkok. It cost me more to get from of course it was a rented van, a rented car, just me and the driver going from there to Pattaya. It was 1,500 baht each way, so it was 3,000 baht to get from Bangkok to the hotel in Pattaya. But just going to Bangkok was 2,500. That was great. Flight was nice. Like I said, if I get the bag that I want to, that ultralight little wheelie deal. Now, what they saved me in the airport, and thank God for Thailand. I would have rented one. They have those rolling carts right as soon as you get off. So I took my bag from there, put it on that, and rolled it all the way. Just had to carry it down one escalator and out the door. And that's where they were waiting for me to take me to Pattaya. So it was nice. So not that I could use the exercise anyway, but it was pretty carrying that 10 kilo again on my body now. So I'm amazed now. I know why I was out of breath walking from my house to the garage. And if I get another 10 off me, I just need to do it. And my mindset is set on that. So that's not going to change. So, because it's hard for me to say to you or to anybody, hey, yeah, let's meet up and go here and we'll just walk around like wild people like Chuck and them do 10,000 steps. If I do 1,000 steps, I'm happy, but I noticed when I was there and up now moving and when I get out from the house and going around, 3,000 to 5,000 steps is normal, and I don't get out of breath and I'm fine. So I need to be in decent health before I would say, hey, Jay, I'd love to meet up there. Let's go. And then say, well, I can't move my fat ass from right here to across the street where you want to go to eat. But I would love to be shown around Bangkok. Dave, can you fly? No, they didn't have any flights to Ubata. They didn't have any flights. Now, I heard in the past that they used to. I also heard that Surin's going to get an international airport. Am I going to see that in my lifetime? I don't know. But boy, it sure would be nice if I could fly from Buriram to Utapao. For sure. It would have made life a lot easier. In my pocket wallet, too. So... let's see. How many? But I heard they used to fly to Buriram. So where do they does Udon fly to Utapao? I think they do. See, when I went with Tim to Pattaya, or no, to Phuket, when we went fishing, sail fishing, the videos that we did when we all went. I drove to Tim's house, and then we went there, and they flew from there. They flew straight to Phuket, which I couldn't find. I think that Ubon might even fly from there to. I don't know if Ubon flies from to Utapao, but I think they fly to Phuket. But anyway, Buriram, they just don't fly very many places. Bangkok is basically what I have to do to go most places. To Chiang Mai, Chiang Rai, whatever that area, I would have to fly to Bangkok, which isn't as bad. If I could time the flights right and that kind of stuff, where I just fly into Bangkok, and let's say I'm going to Chiang Mai or whatever, and then have 3 hours to get to the flight, fly out of Bangkok to there, or any other place that I'm going. It isn't bad. If I have to do a layover, if I have to take 3,000, baht trip. Now I could make that. I could take a van for probably under 200 baht. That'll drop me off at whatever, a bus station or something. But I just didn't want to be bothered. I had a good time. It was enjoyable, and that's what I was shooting for. Now you have to go to Phuket. Yeah, I don't know how to check it in. Yes, do they? Okay, 1,200. Yeah, I noticed they flew a lot of places. I heard rumors that they were going to put in a big airport here in Surin. Don't know when. Probably not in my lifetime. But like I said, if I was to meet up and somebody said, hey, like if Mark, if you come up with a place, I think we should at least this date in May or whatever, when we try to do something back, I got no problem with throwing that out there and seeing, because, I could fly there. Now, if I did go back, I'd probably just do the same thing. But we had such a good time last time. I'm game for it anytime. So if you guys come up with any kind of dates, look, anybody that's listening now, jump in. I'll pull out a calendar on and start looking at some dates and some hotels. That hotel that I stayed at was very decent. It's dated. But the breakfast was great. The room was clean. The place was clean. I didn't do that much video that I wanted to. I keep on saying, and you'll see it when I put the video out, well, I'm going to walk around and take some video. I never did that. The people were Russian, Indian, and some Thai, and a lot of Thai. But they stopped me twice. They stopped me twice, once filming the breakfast, and once when I had the camera out, they just asked me, are you shooting video? Please don't shoot any video. So I just didn't want to, I wasn't there to get in any kind of confrontation. So I said, sure, that's not a problem. So I just didn't. But it's a nice hotel. And it was very close to the other price range, the other one. I think it was $1,400 a night. That included breakfast and everything. The only thing I didn't like about it, I got an ocean view room, but I thought it had a balcony. It didn't have a balcony. They don't have any balcony. Well, they do on like their suites or something. But I'll look for hotels, and then once we get the dates nailed down, then everybody can pitch in. Hey, look at this hotel, whatever. It'll be a group decision. Maybe Randy could even make it. Yeah, I wish they did too. I really thought that they were going to bring it back, Randy. I really did. I thought they were going to bring that back. It would have been awesome to still have available. Thank you for nothing. Yeah, that's true. And there's nothing wrong with the bus ride. I was deciding on driving to Pattaya, taking a bus, the airline bus, the ones that have the airline seat and the TV and all that kind of stuff, the fancy air conditioned bus that I've ridden on before. And then the last minute I said, you know what, let me see what it is to fly. And boom, boom, boom. It cost me an extra 3,000 baht. And I got to fly, and it was boom. I liked it. It's exactly what I wanted to do. Nothing. I wanted to visit with Cabo, say hi to Mitch, visit with Mitch a little bit, and relax. And that's all I did. Binge watch some stuff, and looked out the window, and I had a good time. It was what I needed to air my brain out. Do you know when you're coming, or no, not yet? That was for Randy. I keep saying now it's been an hour and a half. But if you can, think about some dates, look at them, because I'm going to go in February 6th. Oh, really? How long are you going to be here for? We definitely got to meet up this time. I got to make a point of it. I didn't last time. Where are you going to be staying too? $2 months. This time we're going to have to spend a little bit more, some time. I'd like to anyway. Wow. Okay. Well, good. We'll wrap then. For my girlfriend to travel to Orient, she has to fly, which is a pain. Yes, to get. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, they make it. I don't know. With Buri Ram, they're just not. I don't know. For me, I go to Pattaya a lot. That's where I like to go. Where a lot of people that I know are, that kind of stuff, good restaurants, stuff like that. But it would be nice if they put in something between Buriram and Nujapal. But they know better. I mean, they got to make money too. They can't just put it in because Dave wants to fly. Although I wish they would. Yeah, through Bangkok. Yeah, I think that's the way it is. And that's where I was. Um, like I said, it was rather painless. Mitch gave me the name of this Sherry taxi service, and they were pretty painless. Did it all over the, with email. Boom, boom, boom. The people were right there with a picture of me. Hey, Dave, come on. 2.5 hours. I was at the right to drop me off right at my hotel. Going back, pick me up at the hotel, drop me off right in front of Don Morung, and very happy with them. It was 1,400, and I think I gave them 200 baht, so it was 1,600 each way, 32. And boy, were they happy to get that 200 baht, man. They were just gracious as hell. It's over a 3-hour drive to the airport. Sounds about right from where you are. I think it was 2.5 hours from that Asia Pattaya hotel to the airport. Fortunate to be able to stay that long. You enjoy it, obviously, Randy. But yeah, I mean, as far as going places, and I'm going to start looking into it because my budget and stuff like that. The camping is cheap, so I think that I'm going to try to maybe once every other month a 4-5 day trip to a nice hotel somewhere, whether it be Phuket, maybe Krabi, something like that. Just me. And maybe I'll try to do more video. I don't know. We'll have to see. It's more for my enjoyment. And I know you guys like to see some of that stuff too. So I'm going to have to do that. Yeah, definitely. We'll talk before then. Actually, on hopefully you'll be up and about to join together on there in February, March, April. If we go to the end of April, maybe we'll try to. We'll have to see the dates. Come drop in on the Wednesday live stream, and we'll put some dates together on when you're leaving. Try to look at those windows and those weekends before to meet up. It would be nice. Meet up with everybody. Thai Small Airlines are still around. They used to fly from Ubon to BKK. I don't know. I know I know that there's airlines. Oh, I'm leaning back in my chair. From Ubon, but I got to get to the Ubon house too. We were just right around the corner from there, but there was no stopping on the way back. All I wanted to do was get home here in Surin and sleep. So we'll have to see. All right. It's been an hour and 33 minutes. All right, everyone. So if you guys would, if you want to do a meetup after Sokran, that's great with me. I'm up for it. Try to show up for the Wednesday live stream. Look at some dates if you would on the calendar. See when you're available for you and what's good for you, and then we'll all throw our hats in the ring on Wednesday and start trying to nail down dates. Build another house. Yeah, that's what everybody's asking me when we put do the 2-bedroom Thai style for mom and dad. And we're gonna have to have something. I don't know if it'll be as elaborate as the last two, but we'll have something, and you're all invited, of course. All right, hey Johnny, Asia Airplane Wars. Yeah, that's what I took, Air Asia, and I think I told you guys it was like 3,500 baht. And I'm going, God, that's not a lot of money, but it seems high. And when I looked up, if I left a day earlier, the 11th instead of the 12th, I saved 1,000 baht. So I got an extra day. I just got in to get a room at the Asia Air, at Asia Pattaya Hotel, and it cost me for 300 baht. I got to spend another day in there and saved 1,000 on the airfare. So when I don't know what I used Agoda. If you guys are looking at most any of those places, look up on multiple or different dates and see, because I was surprised on how much money I saved by one day. So, and if you're retired and you're not on a, it didn't make any difference to me. So I jumped on it. All right, everybody, take it easy. I'm all I'm going to do is end stream and disappear into the darkness. And I'll talk to you all. Everybody have a great morning, afternoon, or evening. And I'll see you on Wednesday at 8 a.m. Thai time. See ya.